Hello, everybody out there in the internet world, and welcome to the first episode of Epic Rewind Live. And you guys are going to be saying, Chris, you're sitting all by yourself. Why is Mike on his own computer? Well, last week we had episode 0. I was feeling under the weather, and guess what? I got sick this week. Isn't that just wonderful? So I'm actually just today coming out of being sick, even a little bit. I still sound stuffed. But beside the point, Super Smash Brothers came out today. Today's launch day. We got Super Smash Brothers. Mike's TV. Let me introduce everybody on the show first. You guys know Michael. He's in the same room with me. He's muted on his computer.
Hey guys, what's up?
But you guys can still hear him on my computer, so everything's all good. You guys know Dan Sin. He was on Dark Avenger Live. Creator of Argo Comics. Fellow member of Comic Frontline. Hi, Dan.
Howdy, y'all.
Great to have you on this first episode.
Yep.
You guys know Cindy. Cindy's already screen sharing. She's going to be building today. She's going to be doing farming today. And we'll be checking in on her from time to time. Right now she's not moving at all, unless my computer's just slow. We found out today through Michael's computer that my computer apparently goes a little bit slower than all the other computers. Isn't that just wonderful? Well, figure it out. Anyway, Michael, why don't you show us what we are here for, why you have your own computer.
Yeah. So technically I'm on my own computer tonight because what I'm going to be doing is showing all of you the gameplay of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U that came out today on November 21st. And what I'm going to do is just play a little bit, unlock characters, and then I'll show you guys what it's like and everything.
Show some modes.
Show some modes and everything, and we're going to have a great time tonight. So for those of you Super Smash Bros. Fans who've been waiting for the Wii U, don't tune out because you're going to see it about a few minutes, so right now.
Alright, now I'm going to go into the comments,
So it's gonna
start checking that out.
I'm playing for you guys.
As soon as I get
So I'm going to look at the TV, so let me just set it up.
Alright, while you set it up, I'm going to set up the comments so we can hear your guys' comments. I'm going to see now that the show is live.
There it is.
Yep. And I'm going to actually post out the question of the show, so to speak. And Mike, why don't you talk a little bit about Smash, show off the characters we have already while I'm setting up the questions.
So far, I haven't unlocked any characters, but I'll show you guys one by one who we have on here. We have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, Rosalina and Luma, Bowser Jr., Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Little Mac, Robin, Ike, Marth, Palutena, Pit, Zero Suit Samus, and Samus, Toon Link, Ganondorf, Sheik, Zelda, Link, Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, Fox, Pikachu, Charizard, Lucario, Jigglypuff, Greninja, Ness, Sonic, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Shulk, Wii Fit Trainer, Olimar, Villager, and Captain Falcon. So that's all the character rosters we have for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, and show you the options that I'm going to do. So here's the thing that I found out how to get characters faster, actually. When you go to the rules, you put stock in 1 life. I believe it's 0.9 to get out faster, and the number of matches you do, then you have to do like a certain number of matches to get the characters. So I'm going to play as my first best, which is Marth, and I'll do level 1, and I'll show you guys the stages we have as of now. All right.
And then after Mike shows the first fight, I'm going to go off of him. I'm going to keep him as a small window, and then we're going to go to Dan. Dan has a really nice Build-A-Figure, BAF, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But go ahead, show one match, show everybody the awesomeness.
Name all the stages?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. We have Battlefield, Big Battlefield, Final Destination, which looks amazing, Mushroom Kingdom U, Mario Galaxy, Skyloft, Jungle Hijinks, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Circuit, Brawl version, Mario Circuit, Delfino Plaza, Bridge of Eldin, Temple, Cryosphere, Norfair actually, Fort Town Arrow Dive, Wally World, Kalos.
Look like Woolly World.
Woolly World? Oh, probably. Kalos Pokemon League. Lilac Cruise. Orbital Gate Assault. Hailbird. The Great Cave Offensive. Yoshi's Island. Onett. Coliseum. Castle Siege. Palutena's Temple. Skyworld. Gamer. 75M from Donkey Kong. Gore Plane. Boxing Ring. Wii Fit Studio. Town and City. Garden of Hope. Wrecking Crew. Oh, that's cool. From Wreck-It Ralph. Pilot Wings. Woohoo Island. Windy Hill Zone. And Wally Castle. So without further ado, let's go to my favorite stage, which is Final Destination. And let's see.
You can put a little volume on, you know.
Oh, you want me to? Oh. Alright, so here we go.
It's a bit loud.
And I'm playing this on the gamepad.
Yeah, a little too loud.
Oh, sorry. Can you lower that? Yeah, I think it was 2.0, I think, that I was supposed to use, but oh well.
Oh, well, who the hell is that?
I can't remember the names.
Nice.
And that's how we do it, do the Rock 18 style, as Marth. The graphics are godlike amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 3DS has great graphics, but this is just godlike amazing. So I'm gonna fix this up. So that's basically it. So I guess I'll just be collecting characters.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go do your thing, and we'll check back in with you. And now we're gonna go to Dan. Dan, you actually got a new Build-A-Figure, and you actually did a video last night with all the figures of the series for this Build-A-Figure. So you want to talk about it?
Yeah. Well, basically, I'd gone to many stores trying to find the Guardians of the Galaxy figures. And Star-Lord was pretty easy to come by. Iron Man, who I'm not even sure he belongs in the set, he's easy to come by. I guess Drax and Drax was a little tougher to come by. Nova was really tough, and Rocket Raccoon, I guess, is the chase figure that people are kind of going crazy to find. And of course, the guys who sell them online are spending their full-time job just being a toy store getting them. But that was a tough one to find. I only found it once, and then recently I just saw it again. But otherwise, people have just been snatching them up. So Rocket is the tough one to get. But yep, as we stated, well, here's Nova. I don't think there was ever a Marvel Legends Nova. So this is the Richard Rider version. First time he's been represented. Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord, you get the mask face. I used the Peter Quill face on this one. And here is Drax. And actually, she wasn't that hard to find, so harder to find than what's it called? Harder to find than Star-Lord and Iron Man, but not that bad. Gamora was a little tougher to find, probably the same as Drax. But yeah, when you get them all together, you get to build Groot. So here's the Groot figure. Trying to see on the camera, get them all in there. And as I said in my own video of putting this all together, if you have the time and you want to watch all that, me taking them out of the box, putting it all together, I think that the detail is great on the figures. I'm not that concerned with posability, but posability seems fine. I would just question whether or not they will stand up very well. And that's my primary objective with them, is to display them. So a little tough on standing them up, but otherwise, like I said, great-looking figures. That's about it.
Yeah, the one thing with the Marvel Legend. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the one thing with the Marvel Legend figures that I have the hugest amount of problems with is the standing. Most of my Marvel Legend figures, if they're not propped up against the wall, they're leaning on a figure. They're leaning on something. It's very hard. I guess it's because the joints are very loose and there's so many different joints that it makes them kind of loose, and that's why
Well,
they kind of don't stand on their own.
yeah, if you are daring enough, I used to customize figures and everything, so I was on a lot of figure boards. If you are daring enough, some people are prone to put a drop of super glue in a very loose joint. I've done this myself. Um, you may be killing posability at that point, depending on how big the drop goes in there and everything. But that can take care of a loose joint and get it to be a little more stable. And of course, getting a stand um, is always a good idea if you could find them. Matty collectors sometimes offer stands, but they sell out very quickly. And NECA was putting out stands that I was able to find in Toys R Us. So stands will also aid in standing the figure, of course.
Mm-hmm. NECA figures are really, I gotta say, NECA figures are really beautifully painted, beautifully made figures. I will say that. Unfortunately, they're a little bit more pricey than the Marvel Legends. But what I've noticed with the Marvel Legends, it's really hard. And I saw the comments, by the way. I'll get to them in a second. It's really hard with Marvel Legends to find. It's like you said, Dan. If you don't catch it when it's pre-order, they disappear off the shelves, and it's almost impossible to find them. And when you do find them, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, as we've talked about in the past, you have these people who
Mm-hmm.
they're either retired or out on disability or something. They're just sitting there at the beginning of the day at all these toy stores. They run to the aisle, they clean off the shelves. They'll return stuff if it doesn't sell. So it used to be the company, the store, you. Now it's the company, the store, the guy who's buying it from the store, then you. So another markup. We don't need that. I wish these guys would just, stay home and let the collectors who want to keep them go to the store. But, that's a way of commerce.
I agree.
Yeah, online auctions.
I definitely agree. Yeah, I mean, I had a story once I heard, and I said this on Hall of Toys. I'll say it here again. There was a group of people who ran into Toys R Us at the break of dawn. Literally, it was the break of dawn, and they showed up at Toys R Us. They asked the person who's watching. Oh, Mike has Falco. Yes, to get him, but you're fighting for Falco. The guys came in, asked where the Marvel Legend boxes were. They didn't even ask for one figure. They wanted a box. And they basically bought up every single Marvel Legend figure. I forgot what series it was. This was about 5 years ago. So if you do your history, you'll find out which Marvel Legends came out 5 years ago. And they bought them out. I believe it was around the same time the Dawkins figure came out from Marvel Legends, before the Build-A-Figure series, the ones where it was just series.
Okay.
It was around Dark Wolverine. I think it was the Dark Wolverine one. And they bought the whole box set, the whole box, everything. Kids came into the store, no Marvel Legend figures left. People came into the store, no figures left. I think with certain figure series, like Marvel Legends, like NECAs, and I think there should be a max. I think that when you go to a toy store, you should only be allowed to buy a max of 5, maybe, no, I wouldn't even say 5, I'd say about 4-ish figures of the same figure. Not an
Well,
entire case of the same figure.
yeah, even one of each would, limit it to people who are buying multiples. But again, that doesn't help you with the short pack ones because, let's say Rocket Raccoon is one per case or whatever, once that guy buys it and, looking just for pure resale, everyone else is out of luck.
That's true. But then that's also Marvel's fault. Now, Marvel has to know, and the toy companies have to know that there's a lot of buyers out there, And there's a lot of people that are going to buy toys that are rarer and then just sell them online and make a profit off of them for themselves. So in answering that, I would say the toy companies just make the figures the same amount in all your cases. Don't make a special figure like one per case. Do store exclusives. I thought the Venom for Walgreens was a brilliant idea. And you know what? My Walgreens had hit their Venom figures, I would say, for 2 weeks before they sold out. Because nobody, there was a lot. So you knew they weren't going to run out. And when they did run out, they put 2 more on the shelves, So it's not like they always, they ran out. They had a fair amount of the figure. Do that. Do store exclusives. Do whatever exclusives. Loot Crate's doing an excellent job getting lots of exclusives from lots of companies. Do Loot Crate exclusives, do box exclusives, whatever, but don't limit the figures because people are there are a lot of people that are missing out, and then they're paying 3 times the amount of money you guys are asking for, all you figure companies out there, and guess what? They're paying it because they want that figure, and you're losing business because people are starting to wonder, maybe I shouldn't buy the figures, for example, from the Marvel Legend line, because I'm not going to pay no $40 for one figure on eBay because my store sold out because the eBay people bought them out already.
Well, I think the toy company likes that because what happens is, even though there are more on the shelves of the figures that are like 4 per case or 5 per case, people still come in and they're going to say, I want more of those, figures. Can you order more? And the toy company is like, hey, they got to buy a whole case. We're not just going to sell them a Rocket Raccoon. So now they've, increased sales again, even though the toy store is now left with all these, figures that are like heavily packed. Like I said, with this case, the Iron Man and Star-Lord, and eventually they're going to have to do like a buy one, get one 50% off or something to get rid of them. But the toy company likes doing that because, again, it gets people in the store saying, can you order more? And they sell more. And simply because every time people are going to keep saying, can you order more? Because, again, even though every other figure is out there, Rocket Raccoon's not out there now, so they're going to request it. And I don't know what it is with Walgreens, but the Walgreens I went to had 2 Agent Venom and 2 Black Cat. Black Cat was the short-packed figure in that Spider-Man Marvel Legends with the build an Ultimate Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Black Cat was a short-packed one on that, and I have to imagine that maybe Walgreens has some special deal with them just to at least start it off where people are going to come into a store looking for toys because they had 2 Agent Venom, which is their exclusive, and then 2 Black Cat, which is the short-packed figure. So something's going on at Walgreens. People might want to get in there.
I'll tell you the truth. You said Black Cat. Funny story is I went into Walgreens today. They had a Carnage one, and I wanted it, and I couldn't grab it because last week we got the Halo figure, so I told Mike to run in. They only have 1 Carnage. He sold out, but I'll be darned. They have 2 stacks of Black Cat figures, 2 stacks of the regular and Superior Spider-Man. One of the Superior Foes one, the Beetle, I believe it's the Beetle, and what are the other figures in the line?
Let me see.
We got the Agent
Electro?
Venom one, which wasn't part of the...
Electro, Boomerang.
Yeah, they didn't have Electro.
Spider-Girl, or Aranya, as she was once called. This was a little back, but you could find it.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted out of the 2. I didn't want Black Cat. I'd rather get Arena than Black Cat, but I'm waiting for my store to switch it up. They switch up every 2 weeks, I noticed. Like, 2 weeks ago they had Agent Venom and a lot of the Superior Foes. This week they had a lot of Black Cat, Spider-Man, Superior, and one of the... they had Carnage, but we lost out on it. We didn't grab it when we had the chance. But, I don't know, hopefully... I want Carnage. I really want to get the Carnage one.
Well, Carnage had been released in a previous Marvel Legends, so even though I had both, I ended up just keeping this Ultimate Carnage because he hadn't been done before. Even though I'm not really hot on him,
They said that's Toxin. I believe that's Toxin, by the
Oh,
way.
okay. There you go. I don't know.
Which is good. They never made a Toxin. No, they
Exactly.
never made a Toxin. That's a rare figure. So yeah, absolutely. That's the one I wanted because Marvel Select is doing a Carnage figure anyway.
He comes with the same piece that Carnage comes with as far as building the Ultimate Green Goblin, though. So you only
Yeah.
get one or the other. And like I said, they had done Carnage in Marvel Legends before, so I had that already. Didn't need it.
Hmm.
And now I just, I got whatever you call him, Toxin. But, you know.
Yeah. All right, really quick, I got 2 comments and I want to throw it out there. Jeremy, great to have you on here with us again. Loving having you on the show. Jeremy says, how's everyone doing tonight? We're doing great. We're sorry we got on a little late. Had some technical issues setting up Michael's computer, which is literally right here. I'm touching it with my hand, and I just shook the screen. Sorry about that. But other than that, technical difficulties aside, we're doing good. Right, Dan?
Yep, doing good over here. Worked out legs
Right,
today.
Mike?
A little sore.
A little sore.
Yeah. Did a heavy
Dan
lift.
is the real life epitome of Superman's super strength, by the way. So
I try, but
just saying.
no Kryptonian cells, so can't lift cars.
Nope,
Right.
it's all natural.
Yeah.
No, it's all natural. And the next was the answer to my question, which, by the way, guys, in the comments below is where I'm going to be posting the question of the episode. And the question of the episode is, who is your favorite Super Smash Bros. Character? And Jeremy answered, besides Little Mac, mine be Star Fox or Jigglypuff. Michael's favorite character, actually, is Star Fox and Marth. The only character I can play as is Link. So, yeah. Dan, do you have any... I mean, I'm sure you know a little bit about the Super Smash Brothers game. Do you have any characters, per se, that are your favorites?
Yeah, I know nothing about it, so I'll say Link because he was in the mod squad.
There you go.
Yeah. I won't say Mega Man, though, because Mega Man, they stole that name. I was going to use that, of course, in Argo Comics as Gladiator's father,
Yeah.
and that was in my first printing, but then, not knowing it was used anywhere, came to find out that, of course, it's in the Archie universe. That's why I hadn't heard of it, and or the Sonic universe, rather. So I had to switch to Mega Man, Gladiator's father.
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing you found out about that, though, yeah?
Yeah, you would have people saying, "Oh, Mega Man, that's Archie's or whatever, or Sonic's." So, it is what it is. Mega Max,
Yeah.
I like that one a little more distinct.
Yeah, actually, it's very unique. I liked when you actually switched it over to Megamax. I for some reason that name and the character definitely. I liked when you originally called it Mega Man, but when you changed it to Megamax, I said, okay, that sounds even better than what the original plan was going for. So, really like that.
He's
So
right
Mike, what are
behind.
you up to? Huh? Oh,
He's right behind you,
Dan, were you
Mega
saying
Man.
something?
Yeah, saying Mega Max is right behind you.
Say that.
I said Mega Max is right behind you.
Yep.
There he is.
In the Argo books. Got lots of Argo books in the background. Right here especially. You see the 3. And then there's one down. Where did I put it? There's one. I don't think the camera. No, it cuts off right here. The one that's being half cut off by the camera. And then there's one next to that. I don't believe you have any.
I see Mega Man is behind your other shoulder. I see Mega Man over there also.
Yeah, we have Mega Man. Yeah,
Yep.
Mega Man. The New York Comic Con exclusives. So it's ironic. We got both. We got Mega Max and we got Mega Man on the shelf.
Maybe I'll
On
have
the
to
wall.
make a print of them facing off against each other or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. So what was I gonna?
You
So
were
the-
asking me something?
Oh, I was gonna say, Mike. So how are things going on the game, real quick? Because this is the Smash-tacular.
All right, let me.
We had Dan talking for a while about figures and whatnot. So I want to see what
Yeah,
you're
so
up to.
far, I collected 2 characters, which I will show you guys.
Yeah, I saw one of them. One of them was Falco. I believe Falco is the first you always get.
So yeah, Falco and recently Wario. So I got plenty more to go. By the way, I just want to make one point. I did make a mistake at the beginning of the show. Launch rate to get them out quicker is 2.0. Just wanted to point that out there. And you can do one stock or more if you want, but yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna use a different character. Let's see.
Why don't you use Mega Man?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use Mega Man. Let's see how Mega Man plays in this. In Final Destination. This is for you, Dan.
There you go.
Alright, so let's see how he plays. Alright. Alright. So this is to shoot. That's to throw razors.
That's the leaf shield.
That's to shoot a big gun. And dance move. So he break dances. And whoa! That was so freaking awesome. All dedicated to Dan of Argo Comics.
There you go, Mega Man.
There
Even though he's a boy, the truth is Mega Man is a boy. I don't know why they call him man instead of Mega Boy.
I don't know, but I'm telling you something. Yeah, he's very easy to use in a Wii U than a 3DS. So yeah. So I'm just gonna keep playing with other characters and see
And earning more stuff.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll come back to you and you can show what a classic
classic mode, absolutely.
classic mode is.
Okay.
All right, Dan. So, I wanted to hold off Brant, aka Brant Fowler, comic related, co-member on Comic Frontline, etc., etc. We've been on lots of shows together. So you guys know Zone 4 podcast. So he's going to be on here at some point, hopefully soon. So I'm trying to hold off. Now, guys, you guys know me and Mike were not on the live show this week. So we missed out on talking about our top 5. Now, I know it was mentioned on the live show, so we're not going to do a re-mention. What we're going to do is explain why we have those books in our top 5. And Dan is joining in this time. He's got his top 5 comic books. So he's going to be doing his top 5. And I'm going to wait around for Brant a little bit, and we'll have Brant do his top 5 as well. Now, one thing also that we missed that I know really wasn't too heavily discussed, I hope, on the live show. I did not get a chance to watch the live show. I've been either in bed, medicated, or whatever this week. So one thing that I would love to talk about are the DC and Marvel solicits for February. They're here. One thing that DC did announce is their covers, their variant covers for the month of February. Not really too interested in them. It's the Harley Quinn variant covers. Dan, are you interested at all in any of the Harley Quinn covers?
No, I don't believe I am. I took a quick look. You know, for me, it always comes down to artists. If they have, like, Terry Dodson drawing a Harley Quinn cover, then I'm down for it, or R. Adams, or, you know, someone. But for the most part, I don't need Harley Quinn covers. Just like the Flash covers, there were a lot of good artists on the Flash cover. So I did order a bunch of those. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah, the Flash one's really nice. Yeah, I definitely agree. The Flash ones were nice. We got a lot of Lego ones the past 2 weeks. Next week's books, we didn't get too many. Did you get any of the Lego covers, Dan?
Zero. Yeah, no.
Zero.
I'm not in the Lego, the whole Lego thing. So yeah, I got 0 Lego covers. I avoided them at all costs.
Gotcha. Even if that was the only cover in the store?
I would have waited. I would wait till I see it at a convention or something. I would say no Legos. I don't need the Lego cover, Kubrick covers, pop vinyl covers. No. I need art.
Gotcha. Understood. All right, so since we're talking about DC, how about we talk a little bit DC Comics as soon as I could get the, the list of those up. Trying so hard to get it. I have Marvel. I can't get DC. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's talk about some DC books in February. Dan, I know you've not done one of these with us before. What we do is we go from the top of the list.
Okay.
You can find this list on.
Yeah.
You can find it on comicrelated.com. As you can see, here's comicrelated.com. You go into solicits. We're in the solicits for DC Comics this coming February, and they're all nicely done, nicely categorized, very easy to read, and they're always up the day of embargo. So literally, when they're set to go up, you'll find them on Comic Related most of the time before you find them anywhere else. So let's go into some books. Dan, are you looking forward to any of the multiversity books?
I actually picked up this week's that what was it called? PAX something, and yeah, I looked through that, and it looked very good. It was Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley, who are a great team. They had done Flex Mentallo, which I really enjoyed. So that is one that I picked up. Yeah, Multiversity, I'm all over that. I've been picking it up.
Gotcha. All right, then we've got. I'm going to do a handful at a time. We've got Justice League 39, which I believe is the final issue of the Amazo virus. And we have Justice League United, issue number 9, which is the Infamous Saga. I don't know. I know Michael picks up Justice League United. Are you reading the current storyline in Justice League right now, Dan? The Amazo virus?
Yeah, I'm picking that up. I'm a little behind on reading it, but I have been picking it up and flipping through it. And yeah, I'm getting Justice League United as well. Originally they had Mike McKone on that, who's one of my favorite artists, and now Neil Edwards, who is doing a great job also.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Neil Edwards and Jay Liston are doing art on the book.
Yeah, and Jason Fabak on Justice League, he's a great artist as well. So I'm down for all that.
Gotcha. Now, are you getting any of the weekly series like Earth 2 Worlds End, Futures End, Batman Eternal?
Earth 2 Worlds End, yes. Batman Eternal, no. Which was the other one?
Futures End.
Futures End. Again, Futures End and Infinite Crisis has been on a art basis. So, I know one of them is bagged. I think Infinite Crisis is bagged. So I'll just look at the names. I saw J.H. Williams II this week, so I figured, okay, I'll pick that one up. But, yeah, I mean, I don't need the storyline's kind of like meandering, and I don't know. You know me in the New 52. I'm not that concerned. I just buy it based on art.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure you're looking forward to Convergence. I mean, last week and this week. Last week they released the first list of books that are coming out in April, the first week's worth of books, and then this week they released the second week's worth of books. So it's looking to be really good. Did you happen to see the list for the 2 weeks?
For the Convergence?
Yeah. The one where Lois is pregnant in one. Another one was Oracle and Nightwing. Another one was Stephanie Brown as Batgirl. The week 2 has Superboy in it and Teen Titans.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that list.
Yeah, I should have shared that with you also. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. But I'll tell you one thing, Dan. The way they're setting this up, it's supposed to be, from what we're predicting, it's supposed to be a way to give closure to the people who read the old DC universe. It's supposed to give like that ultimate closure, like Lois Lane being pregnant, Superboy stepping up to being the new Superman, the Titans and everything else, set into its grand finale kind of thing. I honestly don't know how I feel about. I would have rather not had closure and just kind of. I don't know. That's the weird thing. I don't want closure. I would rather know it's still out there somewhere, existing without kind of like the end feeling, like Lois being pregnant, and the possibility of possibly revisiting it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to say Superboy is going to become Superman, if that means they're going to kill off the dude with the trunks, who I followed for 40 years, then...
Oh, no, he's not going to die.
Okay.
He's stepping down because he's becoming a father, I believe.
Well, who wants him to step down? Have that new 52 Superman step down and have him take over. I don't know. Yeah, I don't need them to, say, hey, it doesn't matter anymore, so let's just screw the universe that everyone enjoyed for so many years.
You know, in a way, I have to agree with you. A little bit of me believes they're trying to give closure, but another piece of me says, you know what? Everybody's bitching and complaining. Bring back the old universe. A piece of me on the inside is saying, you know what? DC Comics is destroying whatever's left of the old universe, crapping it out. So this way people are like, you know what? This was horrible. Bring me back to the New 52. I can't. This is a horrible universe. I'd rather be back in the new stuff. I feel like they're purposely trying to put like a cap on it, but it's not just a cap. They're just trying to put like a Lois being pregnant. Okay. No. I don't see that happening. Ever.
Yeah, maybe they just want to screw it so that, screw it up so people will say, hey, you know what? I don't even want to go back to that pre-New 52. It's all screwed up. And maybe they figure that'll get people to accept the New 52 universe more.
Personally, I say DC is just reopening wounds that were closed, finally closed, from a lot of readers, such as myself. It's still a wound, but at least it's a smaller wound. And I feel like with what they're doing now with Convergence, it's just reopening it and making it 10 times worse. Because, one, you're reopening the wound. Two, you're putting a shit cap on it.
You're throwing salt on the wound.
Exactly. You're throwing salt on the wound, which is even worse. It's like, you want to do your New 52 thing? Great. And I know a lot of readers, everybody's saying, buy the Convergence books. Show DC you want the old DC Universe back. The cold truth of the matter is, and I said it last week, I said it on several episodes of Dark Avenger Live, they will never, ever go back to the old DC Universe. DC Comics changed. They have a new market now. There will never be a old DC Universe. They've never in the history of their existence gone back in time and started from a previous reboot point, and they won't do it now. What I hope and what everybody's hoping will happen is that there'll be a mesh. Who are you gonna fight now? Who's coming
Dark
in?
Pit.
Dark Pit.
Yeah,
What I'm
I see
hoping will happen is I'm hoping that there's a middle universe that meets New 52 and pre-DC universe, and there's that Earth right in between. I'm hoping that we land on that Earth, on that DC universe, come June, because this event is going through April and May, while DC Comics moves out to California because they're petrified to be in the same state as me apparently now. So you better live in California. You better move to California if you're doing this. It's like, oh, we're leaving. Here's some salt. Run! I don't know. Are you going to be buying the books from Convergence, though, Dan?
I believe so, but again, yeah, I guess I'll have an interest to see what's happening in the pre-New 52. But I'm really not held hostage with any storyline in the big companies. It all comes down to creators for me. Just like the new team on Superman that I'm not down for. He was my favorite character for years, but you put people I don't like on it, I have no problem reading the thousands of back issues that I have to read rather than, jumping on board on something I don't want to read.
I have to be honest. I like Jeff Johns as the writer for Superman. My problem goes with John Romita Jr.'s artwork. I'm not really a huge fan of his artwork. I'm a fan of his father's, John Romita. I loved his artwork. For me, John Romita Jr. is a little too blocky. That's my personal opinion. Nobody has to agree with me, but in my opinion, John Romita Jr. is a little too blocky for me. He's the reason why I stopped reading Avengers when they did the Heroic Age. And he's one of the reasons why I dropped Captain America, because he did the whole first story arc, which was like 11 months worth of issues. I couldn't hold on to his art. And then the new team on Action Comics right now, I like the artwork. I don't like that Superman has a beard. Did you know, Dan, that Superman has a beard in Action Comics because he just came back to Earth from the whole Superman Doomed story arc?
I think I might have come across that. Yeah, I haven't been buying that title either. I believe Aaron Cooter, the artist, is better than what's going on in the other title, but still not enough for me to pick it up when there's just so many other things to buy. And I didn't like that whole Doomsday storyline with the Doomsday virus and turning him into a. It's just not my type of story.
I gotta agree. The Doomsday virus, the whole Superman Doom story arc, it sounded great on paper. It sounded great as an advertised series, but in the end, I feel like it crapped out on the first act of 3 acts. It crapped out. And the last issue, it was Brainiac. It's always freaking Brainiac. And now Brainiac is going to be the main antagonist for Futures End, World's End, Convergence, everything. Everything's going to be Brainiac's fault.
Yeah, well, it is, I guess, a natural progression from him, like collecting planets in his little bottles to collecting universes. So at least that much of it is kind of a natural progression. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I can suspend disbelief and throw logic out the window to a certain degree with comics, but sometimes where you have like a little robot that could rewrite your brain patterns and put someone else's brain patterns in your brain. Like it just, there are certain things that, and of course I'm talking about Superior Spider-Man, certain things that I just think go a bit too far where I'm like, nah, I ain't buying it. So that's just me though.
No, I agree with you, but Superior Spider-Man, they fixed that. They changed it. They brought Pete back. Superman, they've kept him like this since 2011. We're in 2014 going to 2015. By the way, they did say that Superman was going to get a new costume in January, I believe. That's why always his trunks were covered. I hate to disappoint everybody, but the trunks aren't what's coming back because February issues, I've gone through every single issue of the February issues over here, and Superman's costume, to my knowledge, looks exactly the same. So, I mean, I may be crazy, but I mean, let me get a picture of it.
Yeah, I'm taking a look here.
Well, Dan, while I'm looking for a picture of it, Dan, what other books are you looking forward to from DC, and this list is for February?
All right, let's see here. I'll go back to where we left off. Well, yeah, Multiversity. You got art by Jim Lee in that first one. Ivan Rice. That's a director's cut. Forget that. Jim Lee, Scott Williams doing that Masterman one. So I'm down with that. Justice League and United. I said I'd get both of those. World's End, Earth 2 World's End. See, each of these issues have like 4 artists because, again, they're trying to pump it out weekly. But as long as there's a chapter by someone I really like Paulo Sequeira is in one of them, so I'm down for that.
Here, I got a picture. This artist, I like his artwork, by the way. I like the way he draws. I don't know whose cover this is. It's for the Superman one. But again, the costume looks the same.
Yeah, that is a good cover.
Yeah, I forgot who does this cover. Let me see. Maybe I can find out. Harley Quinn variant covers by Nicola Scott and Danny Mickey.
Okay, yeah, Danny Mickey's ink must really be strong on that one. She must have done a layout because that doesn't quite look like Nicola Scott's normal. Oh yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's actually
Francis Manapul.
that's a
Francis
whole.
Manapul did this one for Superman Wonder Woman.
Who did that one?
Francis Manapul.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one looks good.
There are some. I will say there are some that have some type of a interest. Oh boy, I just read this off the back. I didn't even see this. Guess who's coming back in the new 52? Who's coming in?
Who is that?
Do you know who this guy is? You don't know who Magog is?
No, no.
Kingdom Come Superman?
I was looking at the solicits. I didn't have that screen open. Yeah, sure. From Kingdom Come. Gog or Magog.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Magog. Yeah. I can't believe he's back. I didn't know. I thought you saw the screen. You didn't know who it was.
Yeah, no, I was looking at the solicit screen.
Oh. But I love how World's Finest. I love how they took World's Finest, which used to be Huntress and Power Girl, and turned it into a pre-Earth 2 with Superman and Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that title I've been picking up.
I'm sorry. You're picking it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually go back and see if I can catch a few of those issues when it made the change, because I definitely want to try that out too. Did you see the Batman and Robin issue number 39 cover? Here, I'll show you. Gee, I wonder who's paying tribute to Superman here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. What is that? Robin lifting the car?
Yeah, Robin's gonna have superpowers now.
Oh boy.
Damian Wayne. Yeah, Damian Wayne's coming back from Apocalypse with powers.
Oh boy. Not down for that.
I don't really feel down for that much either.
New foe.
Oh, new foe? Who you fighting now, Mike?
Dr. Mario.
Oh, Mike's fighting Dr. Mario. Take your medicine, Mike. Take your medicine.
Oh, that Catwoman cover is very good.
Did you try out Grayson, Dan?
No. I like the artist, but I just don't have much interest in the storyline.
But not your type of book?
Yeah, no, I mean, he had done great art in Justice League Dark, which I was picking up. You know, maybe a discount trade somewhere in the future. I might just jump on it. But yeah, it's not my. I'm not much of a spy thriller type of guy. So.
Gotcha. Let's see what other books are interesting. Are you reading Batman 66?
Yes, I am picking that up.
So, Batman
here?
66 issue 20 in February looks really good. It has the Joker.
Batman. Looking at the solicits, trying to find it. Let's see. Grayson, is it near Grayson?
It's yeah. If you go under Grayson, you're gonna go through the some of the Bat books. You're gonna go through the Lantern series, which the Green Lantern series look like they're gonna be going downhill a little bit. Right after that, you're gonna get into the list of the digital books.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, no, I've been, a fan of the TV show, of course, so I've been picking that up. Actually, this week they just released one where it was a unused script that Harlan Ellison wrote for the TV show, which would have introduced Two-Face to the Batman TV show, which Two-Face never appeared. So Harlan Ellison had written this script. It never got used. Len Wein wrote it as a comic script. Jose Garcia Lopez drew it, and it just came out this week where they have a Batman 66 one-shot.
Yeah, with the Lost episode.
Yep. Yeah, really beautiful work in there.
I wanted to get into Batman 66. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to yet. And really quick, I want to actually drop out of the comic-related solicits for and the DC and Marvel and see what's going up on the comments. See how everybody's doing in the comments. Okay, we got one more comment. Justin, how's it going tonight? Just joined, late, sorry. Justin, never a problem. Always a pleasure to have you on, my friend. Um, things are going well, as you can see. Let's actually do a little recap. Mike's playing Super Smash Brothers right now on the Wii U, having a Smash-tastic time as always. He's winning. He's unlocking. We literally just got the game tonight. I posted a few pictures on Instagram. Mike's unlocking all the characters, going through some stages, having a good time. He did a Mega Man tribute for Dan. And
I you too, so don't worry. I didn't forget you.
I know. And so he's unlocking all the characters. He's setting up. He's just having a good time. We're going to go into some modes in a little bit. We're going to go through the solicits first, and then we'll go into some modes. Cindy is building a farm. She's going to be, well, she's still working on the farm, but she's doing some farming on the Minecraft server tonight. And me and Dan are here talking about the DC. We were just talking about the DC solicits. And now we're going to be going into Marvel Comics. Dan, I have a question before we go into Marvel, though. You looked through both Marvel and DC solicits, right?
DC mainly. I took a brief glance at the Marvel.
Okay. Do me a favor. I'm going to ask you this question. Look through the Marvel really, like not really quickly, like look through and see how many books interest you. Because my question is, out of the Marvel and DC books, which company interests you the most? What company has the most books that interest you?
Let's see. Taking a quick look.
All right. While you take a quick look, I'm going to switch over to Mike. 2 seconds, Michael.
Yeah.
Do a link match just for the hell of it, so Dan will have time to check through.
Which costume would you want?
My classic blue one would be nice. Yes.
That one? All right. And what stage?
Any stage. Oh no, do the one that I love, the Animal Crossing one.
That one.
Yes. This stage is my favorite stage, and we always play this when we do the Ultimate Brawl. Now, my one problem with this stage, and I already see it, is the center of. They put the platform is no longer moving side to side. The platform is now moving up and down only. That's a pain in the ass. But I love the background. The background really got very animated. Wow. That is a really detailed background. And it's moving!
Yeah.
And Mike just won.
I know, I was playing around just to let you guys know so you can see their gameplay a little bit instead of a 1-2-3 match.
Link is very powerful in this game.
Oh, and the characters I have so far, let me show you who I unlocked. I have so far Dark Pit, Lucina.
I can't believe they made Dark Pit a character instead of just putting it with Pit.
And also, where is it? And the Melee Return of Dr. Mario. I want to see how he plays, actually. Because in Melee, I wasn't really a big fan of Dr. Mario, but I want to see if he still has that medicine throw, which he probably does. Yep. There you go.
Also, guys, I would like to say this while Mike's playing a little bit. Two awesome things happened today with Nintendo and myself and Michael. Mike and I, with the purchase of this game, as well as Ellie sharing Pokemon codes, because I'll be getting Pokemon Ruby Red and Sapphire Blue at some point. I'm just not getting it now, so Ellie gave us her codes, and then I'm going to give Ellie our codes as a Switch. We reached Platinum status today, which is great for June, and also we got enough points to get the Club Nintendo set of Super Smash Bros. Posters, which we'll be getting those hopefully soon, because we redeemed our points, we got the posters, and now they're going to ship it to us. I'll be doing a video on that. And also, because we have both the Wii U and 3DS version, we are now eligible to get the Mewtwo DLC for free, as well as the double music CD pack, which is coming out in March. Again, exclusive to Nintendo, Club Nintendo. Guys, if you have both games and you're not members of Club Nintendo, I highly recommend it. Club Nintendo is a spectacular club to be a part of. It's free, and I just love the rewards. And literally, all you have to do is buy a game and redeem the codes.
This is awesome.
It's beautiful. I love Nintendo for that reason. And I'll tell you guys the truth, Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U is definitely very close to my game of the year.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really, really loving this game. And now I'm going to go back to Dan and see. Dan, did you go through the list?
Yeah, I looked through the Marvel and the DC again.
Okay. So out of Marvel and DC, which company would you say you're most looking forward to in the month of February?
I'll probably go with DC at this point. You know, I grew up actually liking DC more than Marvel, but I always bought both and was a big fan of both. But I had an edge for DC. The new 52 kind of killed DC for me to some degree. But again, it's just events, so neither of them have really been impressing me with just like a great storyline and run like you had on like John Byrne's Fantastic Four run. So for me, just looking at the art lineups, the storylines that are going on, I kind of have to give the edge to DC right now.
I definitely agree with you. I think Marvel's really going to event happy, kind of like slap happy. Basically, all these events are leading into this gigantic event in the spring as well, which is going to be Secret Wars, which is going to tap into the past of Marvel, all the events that have happened, and it's going to either soft reboot or completely reboot the Marvel Universe to some type of extent, or at least that's what we're led to believe, but we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you got Peter Parker and Mary Jane together for one issue again, possibly, or for this event at least. I don't know, because Marvel's being very vague, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect anymore when it comes to Marvel Comics. Wouldn't you agree, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, let's go into the Marvel solicits, Dan, and see if there's anything that grabs our interest. I do have a question. Star Wars issue 2 and Darth Vader issue 1 and 2. Are you interested in either of those?
With Marvel, I find myself trade waiting more than anything these days. Looking more towards like getting trades of stuff. They're pretty good about putting out trades. I have so much to read already that I don't think I really need it on the day it comes out. So Star Wars, I might. I mean, Sal LaRocca on Darth Vader. He's one of the great artists that are out there. I'm definitely into that. John Cassidy doing Star Wars. I'm interested in that. I know Terry Dodson's supposed to be doing a Princess Leia book, which again, Terry Dodson, one of my top 10 creators out there right now. So while I have an interest, I'm not enough of a Star Wars devotee that I need them the day it comes out. So I imagine myself waiting for trades on those.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know why Marvel Universe went next, but that's mostly for the kids. So moving down to the Black Vortex, which is the next Guardians of the Galaxy, all-new X-Men, what do you call it, crossover. Are you reading either of those, or are you looking forward to the Black Vortex, I should say?
Yeah, it does look pretty good, and Bendis has been doing a great job with Guardians and with the X-Men. So yeah, I would say that one's pretty much again, unless they have some guy who I just can't stand the art, and I need to skip over it. But they've been putting great artists, Mamad Assar. They've been using Paco Medina. They've been using great artists on both those books. So I believe I'll be in for it.
Gotcha. What about the Guardians Team Up, issue number 1 and 2? I think that's just a really shady way for Marvel to say, okay, we know Guardians of the Galaxy is popular right now, so just like with Spider-Man, let's throw out a team-up book.
Yeah, I guess it's in the vein of like Marvel Team Up where they used to have Spider-Man and someone. So yeah, Guardians is just so big that I guess they figure we'll do a Guardians book with them meeting different people every time. Uh,
Mhm.
Art and cover by Art Adams, though. So I mean, what more do you want? That's case closed on that one.
True. I think I'm going to either skip out on it or check it out digitally because, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. I mean, I've talked about this several times. I believe I didn't discuss it with you. When it can Before DC did the whole New 52 thing, my biggest gripe with Marvel was, A, they've got the variant covers, so they look to make extra money from different artists doing different special covers. But in my opinion, Marvel is pretty. I mean, I made a whole video on it. I deleted it, but a long time ago, I was getting very frustrated with Marvel because Marvel is very, in my opinion, money hungry. If they see something selling, they'll quadruple the book. If they 2 years ago they were doubling up almost every single book they had at some point. Their specials don't even have to be annuals anymore. They can hit a 25th issue and say, hey, it's a 25th. Captain Marvel issue number 10 is the 100th issue, and it's going to be $5, I believe.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like Marvel is very greedy at times, especially with their events, with their tie-ins, with their $3.99, and you get a free digital copy that you're probably never going to redeem anyway. What's your opinion on the whole? Because I know I discussed this with the others, and I kind of got like an in-between answer. So everybody's kind of 50-50. What do you think about Marvel and their like everything when it comes to Marvel?
Well, yeah, the whole variant thing. I mean, any company putting out 6 or 7 covers per issue, I'm not a big fan of, simply because, again, if you're a fan of that artist and now you can't get the book because it's the 25 variant and your store has to ask $25 for it, and now being an Art Adams fan or being a Terry Dodson fan, I have to have this weighing in my head that I can't have that issue with the cover of the artist whose work I enjoy. I mean, comic collecting, we collect, we want uh, to have these things in our collection, and to price it. Yeah, of course, yeah, you can bite the bullet and overpay and feel bad about that. So either way, you're going to feel bad. Um, of course, DC wasn't absolved from any guilt themselves with Capullo, uh, his run on Batman being so Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, their run being so popular that they were able to bump it up to $4.99 per month. So there's a little greed happening there as well.
Oh
But
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, uh, that's why, of course, as you know, I'm very big on the independent books. Um, and uh, it seems like they're a little more pure because they're not trying to flood the market. Maybe by the fact that they don't have the means to, but still, they're not flooding the market. And some indie titles are having 6 or 7 covers, so those aren't companies that I'm usually big on. But because again, there are artists doing covers for them that I'm a fan of and can't get the cover. So yeah, basically, Marvel and DC both have some things that I guess they might be doing for survival at this point, just because print is a tough medium, but not things that I'm very happy about.
To be honest, I have to, Dan. I was before DC rebooted. I was very angry with Marvel. I always said it was the greed of Marvel. Every time something came out and it quadrupled or whatever, an event happened and it crossed over to 1,000 different books, um, I always swayed back to DC because DC was always very loyal with their books and with their events and everything. Drawing the line at $2.99 was a huge step, which of course they sort of hold. but that line is getting very thin, if you haven't noticed, over the past couple of years with all their new issues all being $3 each. But what can you do? I mean, when the New 52 started, all the issues were $2.99 except for Detective Comics, Action Comics, and I think Batman. Batman was $3.99 since the launch. Other than that, though, all the other books were $2.99. It's just now with all the newer books, I noticed a $3.99 price tag back. But the books are thicker. But when the New 52 happened, you've got the greed of Marvel, and then you've got a universe, a brand new rebooted universe that old readers such as myself and you, Dan, didn't ask for, didn't want. We were very content with the way DC Comics was, and personally, to my knowledge, I think I by this point in my collecting career, I probably would have bought more of their books then in the old DCU than now. But I do like some points in the New 52. Like, I like that Batgirl can actually walk again. So there are pluses to the New 52, whereas with the old DC Universe, there were very few minuses, I feel. But beside the point, when DC rebooted, I started to feel exactly what Dan just said. My interest in the big two, as always, it'll always be there, but I really gained a humongous respect for independent comic books, independently made comic books, or comic books from IDW, Image, Dark Horse, especially Dark Horse. I really love their run on Star Wars. I'm loving their run on Aliens and Predators. Image, I'm loving their the Invincible run. Mike's loving Walking Dead. There's a lot of good books from Image, and Zenoscope. We buy everything Zenoscope. We at least read everything Zenoscope. So there's a lot of really great independent books out there, and they're not looking to top one another. I always feel like DC and Marvel are at that invisible war. You know, they're in that invisible war where one company must be better than the other. It can't be equal. So when DC rebooted, I remember when they were showing the sales charts, DC was on top for I think about a year. Then Marvel pulled up because the New 52 wasn't so new anymore. And people started getting bored with the New 52, and that's why convergence is happening, because the New 52 is slowly, whether all of you out there wish to believe it or not, is failing. Slowly, people are not keeping interest in the books anymore. That's a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow, I know, and I know a lot of you love the New 52. Listen, I buy a lot of the New 52. Half of the stack that I did in my haul video, which I recorded before this live show, but obviously I'm going to be uploading after, a fair amount of books are part of the New 52. I read everything Superman still in the New 52. I read a lot of Batman books. I read the Justice League. I'm not saying it sucks and I'm not reading it. I'm reading it, and I'm telling you guys, as a reader, I'm enjoying the stories, but at the same time, if you look at the sales, Marvel's ahead again. At least to my knowledge. The last time I checked, Marvel was ahead. And you got Spider-Verse going on, which I'm enjoying. Axis, I have no clue what the hell's going on with Axis. Don't ask me. Michael's reading Axis. But, I don't know. With the big two, it's like either you take or leave the titles. That's it. Independence, it's more, they're more loyal to their characters. They're more loyal, I feel, to their readers. They listen to their readers. I mean, when it comes to DC and Marvel, it's so hard. At New York Comic Con, it's so hard to find the writers and artists. I got lucky when I found Brian Michael Bendis, and Dan was with me. Dan was introducing me to... Dan, who are you introducing me to at the time? I forgot the artist's name.
Kevin McGuire.
Yes. Dan was introducing me to Kevin McGuire, and at the corner of my eye, I saw somebody in the next aisle, and I said, that guy looks so familiar. I know his face, but at the moment I was so focused on Kevin McGuire's print, which I didn't get anyway, but I was so focused on it that it didn't hit me. That's Brian Michael Bendis. That's the writer of Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man, just finished Avengers, now on X-Men. getting that interview was the luckiest break in the entire New York Comic Con 2014 as far as the big two writers go. I mean, we saw Dan Slott, Mike and I, and he was running off to do a Marvel panel, I believe. So we couldn't get an interview with him. We saw Charles Soule on Saturday night, and he was exhausted, so we couldn't get an interview with him. He said to come back the next day, and if he was there, because he did have a panel that day, but if he was there, he would definitely love to talk with us. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. So it's so hard to find the writers and creators and artists at times from DC. Artists more, it's easier to find them. I did see Ed McGuinness twice. We did get lucky. Mike got lucky and got Gail Simone. But it's so hard to see them. But when it comes to the independent books, like Archie Comics, Michael got to meet Ryan Jampole, and who's the other guy?
Jamal Peppers.
Jamal Peppers. They do the artwork on the Sonic and Mega Man books. Since going to New York Comic Con, every year we've gotten to meet Patrick Shand, who does Robin Hood, who does Grimm Fairy Tales, who's doing Charmed. And it's a really great time, and we talk about the new things that are coming out of Zenescope. We've talked to writers who have written for other independent companies. We've talked to writers who are doing their own books. Hell, we've interviewed everybody who's done. And Michael went up and down the rows and interviewed people. We got Dan this year. We missed out on Dan last year, but we caught Dan this year because he did the mistake of telling us where his booth was, and we visited it like 300 times throughout New York Comic Con 2014.
It was great times, great times.
It was amazing times.
And we got Bill Mouse over there, right?
Yep. Bill was a really great guy. Hopefully you'll be with him next time again. He was a really nice guy.
He has steadily earned He steadily earned 5 Giggity Goo stars from.
Yep.
So.
Yep, and Mike is reading Sorority of Power for the next indie review. So there's going to be a lot of awesome reviews. So I don't want to give it away. I almost gave it away. So I'm going to just keep quiet for now. But Mike is reading the next Sorority of Power. And you know what was ironic? Sitting next to Dan at New York Comic Con was actually the artist who did the Rocko's Modern Life and Rugrats comic books. And now, if you want the Rocko's Modern Life comic books, you're not going to find them anywhere except eBay. And what we got, we were lucky. We didn't get a comic book. We didn't get a print. We got an actual page. We got a legitimate...
original.
Yeah, thank you. We got an original art from the artist that did it. We got an original page. The page that was used for, I believe, issue 7. It was page 23 of issue 7. And one day I'm going to get it in its own frame, and I'm going to put it on the wall somewhere. I love Rocko. Rocko's Modern Life was always one of my top Nickelodeon cartoons. So, yeah, what, Mike?
Just a Game & Watch.
Oh, Mike unlocked Mr. Game & Watch.
Not yet. I got to get him.
Oh, Mike's fighting for Mr. Game & Watch. So let's look at Mike fight Mr. Game & Watch. Are we going to get the stage too?
Probably. Let's see. So, I almost have it.
But it was great times, and Dan pointed out a lot of great people to us. Hopefully next year we'll be sharing a table with Dan as Comic Frontline, and we'll be having a great time as Argo Comics, Comic Frontline, and you never know. Maybe one day I'll make my own comic, or maybe Epic Story will get so popular that we'll have an Epic Story table. I doubt that to happen right now because my writing time is... I mean, we've been having a lot of fun brainstorming the next Epic Story, but we're going to start it in January. We decided finally, we put a definitive date down for Epic Story. So in January, we're going to start the first of 2 seasons. I'm going to actually go check the comments because I completely have been neglecting looking tonight, and that's bad on my behalf. But we're working on Epic Story. It's going to be great. Maybe we could get Dan to come in, and Dan will be a part of the Epic Story storyline.
Yeah, you never know. But thinking about it, maybe you could even perhaps do an Epic Story Kickstarter for a comic, and then we can get some of the right people that I already work with to make the comic. Maybe the people out there make Epic Story and want that as a comic, and Kickstarter might be a way to make that happen. Just an idea.
You never know. We might try. Right now, what we're gonna try to do is, and I can't spoil it because we were gonna talk about it. We were gonna talk about this on Brooklyn Boys last week, and we didn't get to do it. So we're gonna do it this weekend. I told Dan. Dan already knows what we're planning for December, but I can't divulge that knowledge to you guys yet because we need. We're gonna make the announcement for. Brooklyn Boys 13, and that announcement is going to be hopefully this weekend. We're going to be trying really hard to bring back Brooklyn Boys in the coming year. Pardon me, I'm going to put some air conditioning on. You can't hear that, right, Dan?
Just slightly.
Lightly?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, a little bit's not bad, because it's we're in a tiny space here, and apparently the heat's coming up tonight, and that's probably why our camera's moving a little bit slower. But Brooklyn Boys, we are going to be building up in the coming year. We got a lot to look forward to, and we do have a comment, and it's from Justin. I've seen my list of DC books drop off in the last few months, while my list of Marvel books has gone up due to Axis and Spider-Verse. I can't put my finger on it, but DC stories are lacking something right now. I agree with you, Justin. I think that there's something missing from DC Comics. What? I don't know. Dan, do you have any clue? Like, what do you think is really missing from DC Comics right now?
I don't know. Maybe heart. I don't know. Maybe just a good, solid story rather than just events, and everything being a little convoluted. I think the best stuff that comes out of Marvel and DC is sometimes the Elseworlds, or just something that's a little more focused. It seems like they're a little scatterbrained sometimes because they have just so much going on in the whole universe, and sometimes, again, when they just focus in on just telling an Elseworlds or something, I think sometimes that works out better for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely agree. With DC Comics, I have no clue, and we're officially at 10:30, so we are almost at the point where we're going to start focusing mostly on Smash. So I don't know, maybe Brent is going to hopefully join us in the middle of this, but we're going to go into our top 5. Because I'm starting to get a cough. I don't know where I'm getting it from. So, Dan, let's start with you. We're going from our lowest to our highest. Top 5. What's your 5th place comic?
Okay. I wasn't prepared for being in order, so let me do this. Okay. I will go with this as my 5th place. Hero Comics, 2014 from Yahoo. You got a J. Scott Campbell cover there, and you have a story inside by Gene Ha. Gene Ha, one of my favorite creators. He had done top 10 for America's Best Comics. So anytime I got some Gene Ha story going on, which, again, he's within these pages, this becomes my number 5 book there. Hero Comics 2014.
Gotcha. All right, for me, it's Prometheus issue number 3, Fire and Stone. I'm loving Fire and Stone. There's one issue left of Prometheus. This week, actually, we had Predator, issue number 2, and that issue is also awesome, but gives you a little bit of a spoiler to what happens at the end of Prometheus. But I would still like to see how we get to that point. I'm loving Fire and Stone. If you guys haven't been checking it out, I would definitely recommend it. It's a great series. It's 4 books that create this humongous storyline of books. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm loving the Fire and Stone series. Mike, what was your number 5? Or you're not going to do it this week?
Oh,
All right. So Dan, we're going to go to number 4.
Okay. My number 4 book is going to be Nightcrawler because, again, due to the artwork, Todd Nauck doing the art in Nightcrawler. Todd Nauck, another guy who had a great independent creation, Wild Guard, where you get to vote on who was going to be in the team. And I had actually voted online back when that was going on. Todd Nauck, one of the top creators, he's doing Nightcrawler. That makes Nightcrawler my number 4 pick there.
Gotcha. Now, I remember hearing this on the live show. My number 4 pick was Spider-Verse issue number 1. And the reason for it is, first of all, you don't have to buy this book at all if you want the full story of Spider-Verse. This is 6 little stories put into a $5 book, by the way. This is a $5 book. And these 6 stories connect to the Spider-Verse. There is a little bit of plus to the Spider-Verse saga, but at the same time, they're just 6 mini-stories connected to Spider-Verse. And I'm going to go get something to drink after this one because I really think I need something to drink. But all in all, I enjoyed it. Was it the best book out of this entire week? No. But well worth the read for the extra stuff. Do you have to read it? No. If you do not want to read Spider-Verse number 1, you don't have to. It does not pertain to the main story of Spider-Verse. It's just a plus. It's an add-on to what you're already reading. But I liked it. Me personally, I liked it. All right, so Dan, I'm going to go to you for number 3 while I go grab something to drink or something better to drink.
All right, my number 3 is going to be Gold Digger. Okay, this is Gold Digger issue 215. Fred Perry is another one of my favorite artists. He writes a terrific story as well. I mean, it's an independent book and it's up to 215. So that should tell you something. Every month I look forward to Gold Digger, and he's just like a prolific artist in the fact that he can kind of pump out the volume. I mean, Gold Digger has been steady. He does these special one-shot stories that I guess Antarctic Press dreams up. And at one point, he even animated his own cartoon. And again, if you're going to animate a cartoon, you're going to be doing a lot of drawing. And, you know, he's just able to get all that done. So Antarctic Press, one of my favorite companies, I initially discovered Ninja High School by Ben Dunn, which is another fantastic creation. But as far as you know, another great title from them, Gold Digger. Fred Perry, I've yet to come across at a convention, but definitely like to get something from him at some point, some artwork from my Argo Comics line. But since you're back, Chris, I'll just let you know that Gold Digger number 215 was my number 3 pick from Antarctic Press.
I like Gold Digger. I remember Mike got that book. The cover spoke to me when Michael wanted. Michael's like, Chris, go look through the books on the indies and let's try out a few books. And I'm like, okay, I'll go look them up and I'll go see what I can find. I really like Gold Digger, the artwork.
Yeah.
Mike didn't like the story so much.
Yeah, you gotta kind of start from the beginning. It's a hard one to jump into. But yeah, I've been there since the beginning, and it's always like one of my favorite comics whenever it comes out.
Gotcha. All right. So that was your number 3 then.
Yep.
Okay, so you did 4 and 3. No, we just did Yeah, that's 4. So now we're all right.
No, that was yeah, that was my number 3.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm doing my number 3. Gotcha. Okay, my number 3 has to go to Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 7. I really like this issue. Peter Parker, just like we predicted, is going away. And the one thing that I called in this issue, though, the one thing, and I said this when I saw the end of the last issue, when Green Goblin said, "You'll never know the truth about your real father," I'm like, oh, you're going to pull the line, "I'm your father." And you know what he did? You know what he did? Let me find it. Right here. Guess what he said? "I am your father." No, he's probably not. But I have a feeling something's going to be up with the father. There's a dark secret in the family's past. And I have a feeling it's going to come back to bite Miles right in the butt. But the ending to this book was really good. Peter Parker's going away to figure out if he's real or not. Like what is or who he is again. Because as Norman Osborn stated, Peter Parker, and Miles Morales, because they're all connected somehow, they are immortal. That's what he says. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see if that's true or not. I would definitely love to see a continuation. I know that they're going to give the end to the Ultimate Universe. Somehow I would love to see Miles Morales continue somehow in the Marvel books. Alright, Dan, we're at the top 2. What's your number 2?
Okay, my number 2 is going to be Axis number 5. Rick Remender's a great writer, but even stronger is the art by Terry Dodson and the inks by Rachel Dodson, his wife. Yeah, I mean, basically, all throughout, just a gorgeous issue. It's a bit, of a light on the action. There's a lot of, standing around there. There's a little action in there as well, but when it's Terry Dodson art, I don't care if they're just, sitting there drinking coffee. It's going to look gorgeous. A special note on this issue is that you would read this before Nova that came out the same week, because they kind of lined up the stories so that what happens in here in regards to Nova and the Hulk, whatever we call them, Hulk backwards or whatever it is, that is directly running from this into Nova. But, yep, Axis number 5 is going to be my number 2 pick.
I actually read Nova without reading Axis, but then after reviewing Nova, Michael told me what happened in Axis. So, yeah, I see how it definitely lined up very well with Axis. Again, though, I don't know how I feel about Axis, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm trying, but Marvel with their events right now, let's see what's going on with Axis. I'm more interested in Secret War, but spinning out of Axis is my number 2 pick, and my number 2 pick was Superior Iron Man. Dan, did you get a chance to read Superior Iron Man issue number 1?
No, I did not pick it up.
Do you have it, or you're just skipping out on it?
Oh, skipping. Maybe a cheap trade somewhere in the future, but no.
Okay. This was really good compared to the Kieran Gillen run. I did not like Kieran Gillen's run on Iron Man. In my opinion, Kieran Gillen's run on Iron Man drove Iron Man into the ground. So this is the dark version of Iron Man, and the writer is Tom Taylor, who does Earth 2, or did Earth 2. He'll be leaving Earth 2. And the artwork is really good in this book, too. I just cannot remember the artist for the life of me, so just give me a second while I run to the index of the book, where it'll tell me exactly what I need to know about who does the artwork. And eventually I'll find it. Here we go. The artist is Yildiray Sinar.
Okay. He was doing Hulk for a little while.
Yeah. It was, so let me give you guys a little preview of the artwork in the book. Here's some preview of the artwork. So in this issue, it turns out Tony Stark managed to avoid being fixed by whatever happened on Genosha, and he's still dark, and he's living in San Francisco now. Who didn't see that coming? Everybody's leaving New York. The Avengers are even leaving New York at some point. They're going to California. Mike's going. Got another character that he's fighting, another unlocked character. Duck Hunt. So anyway, Iron Man's dark. He releases this, what is it, Extremis 3.0, and then he takes it away and charges people $100 a day in order to use it. And then the ending has somebody, Pepper, because Pepper tries to talk sense into Tony, and it doesn't look like it's going to work. It's working, but it's not working because he's an evil, darker Tony. He's even back to drinking. He said he's making up for all the years of sobriety. My interest in this book is when Tony Stark comes out of what he's in right now.
Got everybody.
Mike got all the fighters. Let me just click over to Mike real quick. Yep. Milestone complete. Yep. All fighters now available.
Also mode fighting game 4 before 100 battles.
Wow.
Unlocked all Kirby copies, voice clips, sounds. So yeah, so if you want
So it's kind of like mini achievements.
So here it is, the whole official roster right here. Duck Hunt, we got everybody. The whole
So now you know what, Mike? Why don't you do what you just unlocked, the true solo?
Oh, you mean All-Star?
Yeah. And while you're doing All-Star, Dan and I will continue our top 5.
Okay. Good.
I am. But all in all, I can't wait to see what happens when Tony Stark comes out of this, if he ever comes out of it, and what the ramifications of everything this Tony Stark or Tony Stark art form is doing. One thing I can say is Tom Taylor writes an awesome Dark Iron Man. And now, Dan, the moment of truth. The moment where you reveal your number 1 comic book of the week.
All right. Before I do that, though, I'm going to preface this by saying that Marvel is saving me some money right now because I'm just not that interested in that new Iron Man or Thor as the woman or Captain Falcon. So, you know, I mean, actually, Falcon, Stuart Immonen doing the art, I'm a little interested. But all 3 of those is kind of like, to me. You gonna say something?
I 100% agree with you, Dan. I am not a fan of any of those books. The only reason I'm reading Iron Man is because I have faith in Tom Taylor, and I'm really excited to see where Tom Taylor's going. Before you go to your number 1 pick, wait, we have a few comments. I'm sorry, wait. Before we get to the grand finale, let's get into some comments real quick. Nick says hi. Hi, Nick. Great to see you. Great to have you on the live show. That cover of Superior Iron Man is weird. And then, are you getting Spider-Woman issue number 1? Yes, we did get Spider-Woman issue number 1. It is on our haul video, which will go up right after this video, right after I get it on my computer. After we finish this live show up, I'm going to upload it. It should be up in no more than a half hour. It should be up within a half hour of this live show. So look forward to the haul. And then we have our indie review, which will be tomorrow. Hopefully, I have all the books, digital books downloaded. Just have to catch up because I've been sick all this week. All right. Now, moment of truth. Dan, what was your number 1 pick of the week?
My number 1 pick of the week came in through a Kickstarter reward, and it was Frank Cho's Drawing Beautiful Women. Okay, make sure I'm getting this all on the screen there. There you go. Frank Cho, one of the masters of comic book art. Really love his work. Drawing Beautiful Women, the Frank Cho method. So I
want that book. I saw that book on your wall. I love that book.
Yeah, it did go through previews, so basically you're going to be able to get it through your regular comic stores I guess there were some prints that came with the Kickstarter exclusive. One I'm not going to show, but yeah, some art instructional prints. I think a lot of this is within the book already, but um, again, I'll just open up one random page here and show off just some of his amazing work. Um, I've reviewed a few artists within my top five here. Terry Dodson, I had gotten a pinup in Argo Comics. Todd Nauck, I had gotten pinups in Argo Comics. Frank Cho, I have not been able to get a pinup. He's anyone who's an art collector and goes to conventions knows that Frank Cho isn't one much for doing art at conventions or even through private commissions. If I could get a gladiator by Frank Cho, that would be, put me through the roof there. I got one from Adam Hughes, but I had never gotten one from Frank Cho. So, yeah, he's a top creator, and this book is just gorgeous all throughout.
Yeah, I definitely want. When are they going to be coming out in stores? Because I definitely want a copy of that.
I did see it in previews a few months ago, so I'm guessing it's going to be coming relatively soon.
I gotta look that book. How much is it? Do you know how much it is? Is it on the book?
Yes, 1995.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah,
Definitely
the company that published it, Flesk, which is Flesk, they have a website, and I know that. Actually, I'll put the name up here on the. See that? So that's the name of the company. I'm sure you'd be able to order directly from them, but again, I had done it through a Kickstarter reward.
Gotcha. All right, and my number one pick of the week had to go to Batman, issue number 36. I'm really enjoying Endgame. Leave it to Scott Snyder to bench the entire Justice League for a week. That's how long it's going to take to get the Joker toxins out of each and every one of the members of the Justice League. And one thing, and I said this on my comic review, one thing I would have liked to have seen, I mean, we had so many Batman books or events that crossed over to other books like Action and Batgirl and Batwing. It really didn't matter, like the Zero-Year stuff. It was extra, but it was, come on. And then you have something like this, where it's like, I would love to see how the world will make it a week without the Justice League. This is a perfect tie-in. A 4-issue miniseries, a world without the Justice League for 1 week. Who would fill in? Would it be the Bat Family? Would Batman enlist Batman Inc.? Would Batman enlist other superheroes temporarily? Would Justice League of America take over for a time? That would be interesting. Endgame should have reached out to the Justice League book, but right now we've got the Amazo virus going on, so unfortunately we won't get that, but this was really good. So then we find out that the Joker is in fact still alive, and the Joker is in fact targeting Batman, and this time, it's like the title says, it's an endgame. Joker wants to end Batman, he wants to destroy everything that Batman is, and for those of you that were hoping to see that creepy, ugly, disgusting face, nope. Joker's face is completely fine. Can you see it, Dan?
Yep.
So, those of you that were hoping to see a disfigured, messed up, skinless face, you're not getting that here. Not at all. He actually plays with the, I don't know if it's old skin or they skinned somebody else and they made it look like the Joker skin, but Joker's making fun with his own mask or his own face. So, all in all, it was a great book, awesome dialogue, and the age-old question, Superman versus Batman. Bruce said it in the book. It always ends the same way. We both lose. I loved it. Made my week. I loved it. My book of the week. Definitely. Enjoyed that book. Guys, if you'd like to put your opinions down for any of the books that came out 2 weeks ago, we're not doing last Wednesday's books. We just got them today. I did read a few from this week. I did read Justice League. I did read Batman and Robin. I did read Batman and Superman, which I'm happy Jay Lee is not doing the artwork in that book, and I'm not hating on Jay Lee. I think Jay Lee has a very unique art style, not the art style I feel belongs, however, in a Superman and Batman or Batman book. So I'm glad to see Jay Lee leave that book. Dan, did you pick up this week's Batman and Superman?
Yes, I did.
I know you posted.
The artwork was good in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did your haul last night. Unfortunately, we were on Facebook, everybody, talking, and I remember we were talking about the live show, and the last IM I believe I got was about you posting the videos. Oh, Mike finished, so let's look at Mike's reward. I remember you said you posted 3 videos, and 3 times you had to restart your computer, but I crashed out. So I didn't get to watch the whole video yet, so I'm looking forward to that, guys. Slide over to Comic Frontline after this live show. You can check out, Dan posted 3 videos. Or was it 2? 2 videos here, and then 2 videos on Frontline and 1 video on a channel that thanked me for reminding me. Dan, do you want to talk about your new YouTube channel? I would love for you to actually talk about it.
Yeah, I do have a new channel, Argo Comics channel. I figured, maybe someplace for the Argo Comics fans to go on YouTube, and I'm going to be running a series of kind of like director's commentary or an in-depth analysis about each issue, not to really spoil story. So, I'll dance around a little bit because, again, I'm not going to spoil any stories for anyone, but, basically I'm going to go into everything within the issues as far as how I came about to perhaps work with some of the creators, give some of the creators credits as to what they've done before, what they might be doing now, and basically give you, like, again, a behind-the-scenes look at some of the characters and creators within my own line of books, Argo Comics, which again, argocomics.com. You can go there. If you hit the shop button, that'll take you to where all the books are available. And every book I have preview pages and a little rundown, a story synopsis about what each issue is about. So that's basically it about the new channel.
Gotcha. And the first video actually is up. It's for issue 0, so I'm looking forward to watching that later on tonight as I'm going through my comic books that we're going to be doing on the indie review. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to watching that first episode. So I'm already a sub. All you guys out there should absolutely sub to that channel because Dan's got some awesome stuff. Argo 5 is building up to be my indie comics book of the year because I love the team, I love the characters, you got good art, and you got good writing. That's the combination you need for a really awesome comic book. What do you do? Oh, you got some stuff. What's that? Hyper Smash, Brawn, that. Oh, you got some badges. Oh, nice.
Oh wow, look at all these achievements.
Yeah, you got a lot of achievements to get.
Yeah, and the
challenges. You have a lot of challenges.
Yeah, DS was small.
So Mike's got a lot of challenges.
Yeah, classic by losing a single life. How the hell were these supposed to clear 100 minutes? Oh, I got a lot.
Mike's gonna have a lot of work to do.
Clear all stuff.
So wait, one thing I wanted to talk about with the game before we end this live show is we actually ended up getting these wonderful things. I was showing Dan before the live show. These things called amiibos, and we got there's the first wave that came out. I want to make sure you guys see the whole figure. These guys are awesome little statues, and even the bases. I want to make sure you guys see the base. The base actually has the logo from the video game, the Super Smash Brothers. Oops, too low. Sorry. My camera's going a little slower on my end, so I apologize. But yeah, we got some. Oh yeah, Mike, you can show it. Yeah, Mike can show it.
Alright,
So that's the figure, and then if you flip it to the bottom, you can see the actual logo. No, that's the logo.
it's very detailed. I will say that much.
Mike.
Yeah, this is really this figure. First best character and best in this game, in my opinion, Lucina and other people's.
So what we're gonna do now, really quickly, is Mike's gonna actually use this amiibo, and we're gonna show you guys some amiibo. Yeah, just one.
Without breaking it.
Well, the good news is it landed on its spot.
So let's see.
So Michael's gonna actually.
How do you-
Let me make sure everything's moving. Okay. Mike's actually gonna do it. Sorry, I bumped into my computer there. Put it there, and
I think I have to be inverse.
yeah, you gotta go back.
Oops. I hit A again. So
Let me go on my screen. Yeah, you're still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some couple of things to show before when you're done with that.
All right, awesome.
Alright, so you go to Games and More, go to Amiibo, and you just set it like right here on your gamepad.
You already did, you did it.
Oh, did just like Christy on the
Yep.
Amiibo. Okay.
By the way, guys, Chris is that's the name on the account for our Nintendo, but we go under. You don't have to choose a nickname, do you? Yeah, you have to choose a nickname.
Uh,
No.
oh,
Wow.
I got it. Wait. Okay, I got one.
You know, you can just click it with your finger.
Like Rocket Man, I'll call him Rocket Man.
Okay, fine.
Rocket Man.
So now Michael officially has an amiibo, and that's his amiibo. And now from now on, the character, you level him up. You can level him up to level 50. And all you gotta do is tap this little guy's bottom on your gamepad, and yeah. And then as you level him up, you can build up his badges, achievements. You can do a lot of stuff, lots of customizations, and we don't just have him. I don't want to spoil the whole set, but let's just say we got the entire Wave 1. If you'd like to see pictures, I did post it on Instagram, at least a little bit of it, but my favorite character and the character everybody knew I was going to have, obviously, is
Yes,
Link.
actually, really cool.
So Link is my character. So I made sure to get him. We got the entire first wave, and we're working on getting the entire second wave that's coming out in February. So, yeah, enough said. All right, Dan, you wanted to show some stuff. I love when Jen and Dan show stuff because Dan has lots of awesome stuff. So,
Yeah, well, when you were showing toys, I had forgotten. I probably should have showed this when we were talking about them, but I had handy our Agent Venom that we were talking about from the Marvel Legends. Okay, so that is the Agent Venom illustration on the back. Those were the Build-A-Character figures that you needed to build the Ultimate Green Goblin. And as I said, the short pack of that Venom doesn't come with a piece of Green Goblin, by the way. But again, the short packed Black Cat, which came with the torso, actually, Aranya and Black Cat both came with the same piece. So you'd only need one or the other, even though I had picked up both. But again, Black Cat, they had done a Marvel Select, which was actually a better sculpt. This one seems a little bow-legged or something. Still, there wasn't a Marvel Legends Black Cat before, so I did pick it up. But yeah, overall, it's a good figure, pretty well sculpted. I think the Agent Venom is actually a cooler figure, and comes with a lot of little nifty accessories for him is guns and weapons there. So just figured I'd show these since we were talking about them.
Yeah. I have to admit I love the figures for the Marvel Legends line. I love the detail, I love the paint, but it's so hard to get those things to stand. It's like you're doing the best thing by keeping them in the box, because otherwise, good luck getting them to stand. And I want to thank all you guys for being here tonight for this Smash-tacular first episode. I'm gonna
You want to
check.
show Cindy's Minecraft?
Yeah, I just want to check the
Wait, that's
comments.
it?
Like, keep going. You can keep going.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I got every.
Just do a 100-man melee or something.
Nah.
So Nick, what is your view on the upcoming cosmic crossover Black Vortex, and the most of the crossover be written by the writer of Legendary Star-Lord? Nick, we did touch on this a little bit earlier on in the show, but I'm going to be reading Black Vortex because I am reading Legendary Star-Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy, and all new X-Men. But at the same time, I hope it's better than the previous crossover, better than the one we got before, because the previous crossover didn't go so well. Didn't go so well at all. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit of a better crossover this time. And I think that's all we got right now for questions. Yep. So we're going to turn it over to Cindy and see how Cindy's Minecraft is going. Now, Cindy, I know you can't unmute yourself this time. Cindy's having a little bit of a sound difficulty with her computer, so to speak. So why don't you show us the farm without talking out with it? I mean, you could type. I'm sure you could do the T thing where you could type in what you want to say, but why don't you show us how the farm's going? Game mode 1. Oh, I thought it was time.
This is almost a Minecraft Farmville crossover.
You'd be surprised, Dan. Minecraft, the way it is with the farming and the house building, it's The Sims meets Farmville meets a lot of things. You'd be surprised. It's got a lot of really fun stuff, and building is always a pleasure, especially when you're in creative mode. What's vibrating?
Oh, this every time I'm not sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
That's why.
But every time, I love Minecraft. Whenever I get the free time, I love to go in there and build something new.
Have they done Minecraft variants? Has that come yet or not?
Not yet. Not yet.
Hey, Chris, you want to check this for a second? Because this is crazy. Right here.
Well, she's showing off what she did with her farm, so.
Yeah, but this is like 100-man melee. I mean, I'm like rocking and rolling over here.
Congratulations, you're doing a good job. Everybody can see you in the middle, in the little box, so don't worry.
Alright, as long as they can see.
Cindy? So what else you got? That's all you did this time? You made the little farm? Oh. Apparently she didn't hear me this entire time, because now she's going over to the barn that she built.
And Mike's game has some really big special effects in it.
I know. That's a nice barn, Cindy. Then the effects in these games. Oh, she put the animals in their cages this time. The horses. Mike's still alive.
Oh, come on. No.
No
There's
animals were harmed.
Mike has 4 more. And Mike won.
100-man melee complete with 145 damage. Nice.
What are you eating?
Off drop.
Give me one.
I have one left. I need it.
I need it. I really
Ooh,
need it.
Tetris Type B. Let's listen.
I got some music!
Let's see it. Well, yeah, good. Oh, we Fist Plus. Oh, I can't play the music?
Now you got a picture.
Alright, so we got that picture.
And Cindy's got cactuses growing in pots.
Collect 15. Clear the behind enemy lines. Oh, yeah, that's that one.
And she got some carrots. That looks like sugar cane.
Oh, sorry.
Pumpkin.
Oh, there it is.
Mike won music.
Not only that, Tetris. Okay, that's not too bad.
Interesting.
Sweet. Alright, oh my
Tea.
God, I'm tired.
Pot. Eight. Oh. Potato.
Potato. And if you say tomato, I'm gonna say tomato. I'll tell you though, this game has a lot of things that 3DS now. Like, look.
We'll do special order. Try special order.
Well, it says clear challenges set by Master Hand and Crazy Hand to win rewards. Master Wars are crazy.
We'll read with both the special goal to fight a single battle, win and receive prizes, or win battles to rack up the rewards. Just try
not to lose. Oh, I'm going for the crazy one. Crazy's my middle name. I'm going for that. I'm going for that one.
Do you know what you're skipping?
Yes, maybe.
You have no clue.
Just go take on challenge, use a pass.
Melon!
Spend gold. Spend gold. What do you know? Use a pass? What am I supposed to do?
Hit A.
I'm hitting A.
Hit start. Hit B.
No, B goes back. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Y for help.
Get rich from every skill you can play using the gold. Start the ticket and get ready for the students.
That's you got a poison potato, Cindy? That's great stuff, Cindy. I want to start. Is there anything else, Cindy? Type. Because I want to move into the.
Let me see master orders. Oh,
That's it. Good stuff, Cindy. Great work. Can't wait to see what you have planned for next episode. By the way, congrats on your achievement for benchmarking. Whatever that is.
I think we should. I think we should point out that no animals were harmed in the building of Cindy's Minecraft.
No animals ever harmed in this case. All right, so. Oh wow! I didn't notice my time on my computer's off. I'm looking up and I'm like, how is it 11 o'clock now? I'm looking at my computer. It says 10:48. All right, so then let's talk about this week's books. I know. Did you look at any of this week's books yet? Are there any books you're excited for? Because after we talk about the books from this week, we're going to go into the grand finale of Mike playing the final Big Ball of the Mall, the classic mode, one more time for everybody.
Yeah, I did look through them. Let me grab them here. Let's see. Is this week's?
And while you're looking for the books, I'm going to do a double check with the comments. We have 7 viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, while Dan's actually looking through the books, because there are no further comments to my knowledge. Oh, wait, Dan. Dan, you have a question from Nick. Dan, question for you. Who's your favorite superhero that is currently in comic books?
Well, overall, my all-time favorite is Superman, but not currently because New 52 Superman does not make my the top of my list. I always liked the super strong characters: Hercules, Doc Samson, Wonder Man, Colossus. But these are characters that are really not doing a great job with. Colossus, I guess, has weathered the storm better than most, so maybe he's my favorite at the moment.
Okay. That's awesome. That's actually a very good answer. And thank you for the question, Nick. Now, what I was going to say while Dan's looking through his books, guys, this is the show that we help build together, and as always, the show is for you guys. We're here. let me just, This show is made for you guys, thinking of you guys, and the premise of it is you guys. So as always, please share this show with your friends, share it with family members, anybody you know that likes video games, comic books, random talk, toys. I mean, we've got a little bit of everything. Right now, we're not doing any more blind bags or card openings, and there's a reason for that. I strongly urge you guys, if you are not subscribed to a channel called Brooklyn Boys 13, understand this before you subscribe, because I don't want people to come back to me later and say, I lost a million brain cells. Brooklyn Boys 13 is a site where myself and my brother make skits. We do some acting here and there. It's all an act, and what we love doing is comedy skits, comedy acts. So you're going to go on there and think, Chris and Mike have lost their minds completely. And it's true, we have. I mean, that's how we started on YouTube. We were complete nut jobs. But beside the point, over the past couple of years, my focus has been on Dark Avenger Inc., which is now Comic Frontline, and working with comic books. And Brooklyn Boys, I don't want to say went on the, was shut down, but Brooklyn Boys definitely went on the back burner the past couple of years. Strongly due to the fact that recording time was hard, availability in the room where we recorded our skits got very slim, which we're going to change that, and gaming went to Frontline Gaming Zone, which is our gaming channel now. So a lot of the stuff for Brooklyn Boys kind of stopped, but we're looking to bring Brooklyn Boys back up. We're looking to build Brooklyn Boys back up. Now that our internet is a lot faster, uploading videos is going to be 200 times easier. Skits especially, because skits are only about 2-3 minutes long. So
rolls will be faster.
And ultimate rolls will be faster in HD. So the good news is, because of the upgraded speed, we are now able to dedicate our time to not only my channel, not only Comic Frontline, not only everything else we do, but we can go back to Brooklyn Boys 13 and give you guys some quality videos again. Granted, they're going to be absolutely, pardon my language, because this is what you're going to hear on Brooklyn Boys anyway, they're going to be fucking crazy as hell. But you're going to love them, because they're just crazy. If you like random stuff, if you like people getting shaving cream put on their face, if you like Michael turning into Cornholio, if you like Epic Story, if you watch the first episode of Epic Story and you like that, we are going to be doing comedy. We're going to be doing series. We're going to bring Epic Story back. We're going to be bringing back the Mario Brothers Super Show. We're going to be bringing back the all new Super Mario Brothers show.
The all-new Super Mario Bros. Show.
Thank you. The all-new Super Mario Brothers show, where I play Luigi and Mike plays Mario. We're going to be bringing that show back. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. Did my computer freeze? No.
There you go, man.
Okay, good. I thought I froze. You guys still there?
Yep.
Yeah, we're all here.
So, we're going to be building Brooklyn Boys back up again. So, we're going to have a big event for December. And it's going to be a little pricey, but well worth it, because it's not only going to benefit Brooklyn Boys, it's going to benefit Frontline Gaming Zone, which benefits Comic Frontline, which benefits everybody. And we're going to have a good time doing that also. Like I said, Dan, you are more than welcome. I could write you in any script if you're interested in coming over for Epic Story. We'll definitely script you into some Epic Story. We'd love to have you on Epic Story.
Well, I am a New Yorker, so you never know.
Yep.
You want my highlights from this week's releases?
Yes, that's what I was waiting for. You ready?
Yep. I'll
Okay.
make it a speed round here. People can go to Comic Frontline to see my full video. But I got Superman, Wonder Woman, Doug Mock doing the art. Love Doug Mock's art. Fantastic Four, they're back in the blue costumes. Gotta love that. I haven't been picking up Wonder Woman, but David Finch is now on it. So now I'm on that. Sensation comic. Adam Hughes cover, and you have Gilbert Hernandez, who's one of the creators of Love and Rockets, one of my all-time favorite comic series. There's part 2 of a story in here. You have the Batman 66, as I said, Colin Ellison's unused Batman TV script to introduce Two-Face to the TV show. Who would have played Two-Face? We will never know. Vampirella, Art Adams cover. Not always picking up Vampirella. Art Adams does a cover. I pick it up. And Draw magazine. New issue came out, number 29. And I do comic book art. I drew Argo 5 number 1. I do commissions, convention sketches. So I am a comic artist. Draw a great comic art magazine. Talking of convention sketches and such, I will be appearing at WinterCon December 6th in Queens, New York, at the World Resorts Casino. So that'll be my next convention appearance. WinterCon, World Resorts Casino, December 6th.
Awesome. So those are all your highlights, Dan?
Yep. I got more.
I have to agree with every single one of those. I like every single one of those books. Those are basically my highlights as well. My Sensational. The only thing I would switch with Sensational would be, oh God, what book? I had them over there. Hold on. The only book I would switch with Sensational would have to be Amazing Spider-Man.
All right. Well, you were going to say Superman, Batman.
Superman, Batman also, but I want to see how the story goes first.
Yeah, I picked it up, but it was good art.
Gotcha. All right, so now, since this is Smash-tacular special first episode, I'm going to turn the camera back to Mike for one more thing. As Mike's going to run through the classic. Again, this is the channel. This is the, not the channel. This is the live show you guys helped build. So we're here for you guys. This is for you guys. So please share this series with everybody. It's every Friday night, unless I say otherwise because of busy schedule or whatever. Yeah, Mike, start.
I want to just say what I'm doing.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to be playing as my first best Marth. I'm going to be doing classic mode, and without further ado, let's get started. Let's set the intensity a little bit up. Yeah, let's do 5.3. It's like intense a little bit, but I've done on my 3DS, and there are reasons, so yeah. Alright, so I don't know how actually do this, because the 3DS you had to go through like patterns. Alright, so I guess I'm facing Kirby first. Oh, Chicken Kirby. And you get these little things, which really cool. It's way different than the 3DS right now, I can tell you that much. Alright, so let's just get started. So yeah, classic mode, I'm actually glad that they put that back in there, even though that story mode really wasn't added back. I mean, I'm actually glad to see classic mode actually in the, and look, we got done. And it's just really amazing. I'm loving the graphics. The gameplay on the gamepad's good, but it would be really better if I played on the GameCube controller, because I miss playing on that. Whoa, the bridge broke. Yeah, this the graphics. I'm jaw dropped in awe right now. Got everybody. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a video soon on my Duo Arcade team page. Hopefully, they can hear it. Uh oh, it's this trophy. Uh oh, Chain Chomp. Oh, Chain Chomp. Oh, bye bye. Oh god, maybe not. I Chain Chomp. Oh god, what was that? Oh, he get 2 lives, by the way, but I think it refurbished his, yeah, so get out of here. Thank you.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So, unlike All-Star, your health replenishes and you have 2 lives. So, alright, I guess, let's go to Yoshi.
The one that ended all?
No. You'll see what ends it all. And I hope it doesn't this like it did with the 3DS, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be really upset. Well, let's just see.
Dan, did you put the Green Goblin as your video?
What? Yeah, Green Goblin. He was watching. He's watching the video play. He's been bugging me about getting video games.
You saw what I did there? Just blew him out.
Nice.
With my wing thing, whatever it was called.
So thank all of you for being on the show with us. We were really having a great time with you guys. And we hope you guys come back next week. We're going to be doing it. We're still going to be doing it on Friday. I know next week is Thanksgiving week. But actually, I do want to do one thing before we close out the show. I would say yeah. There's one little tiny itty-bitty segment I want to do with myself, Michael, and Dan, because Cindy's got his mute right now. But there is one small segment I want to do, and we'll do it when Mike finishes.
Oh, what happened? What segment?
When we finish.
Oh, well, it's going to be a while probably. I don't know how long it is.
This is the end.
No, not now. Like, it just started like a while ago. Alright, so there's one left for me.
And Mike won. Oh yeah, it's going to take forever, he says.
No, I mean, I don't know how long this is, because the 3DS, like I said, is different than the Wii U. I don't know. Let's go over here. Oh, oops, I didn't see who was going against who, but, yeah. And look at this, all 6. Who would have guessed you could see all 6 players on one map? I mean, could you ever imagine that, Chris?
Nope.
All 6 right here. This is madness. In an awesome way of madness.
Mm-hmm.
Shylock. Get on! Thank you. Oh no, that's my medal. Blue shells.
Doesn't that get them out automatically?
Probably. Let's see. Oh. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Shoot! Oh god. Ah! I love the theme they're playing from Mario Galaxy. Ugh. Damn it. Come on. Come on. Grab him.
Grab it.
Alright, pick it up.
Oh, this is hard, isn't it?
Trying to get him. Get out of here.
Jeez, Mike. Finally.
Robin is something else, man. Or woman. Alright.
What?
We'll go over here. I don't know how many there is.
Alright, while you fight there, I'm going to turn this back to Dan real quick. Dan, this week is Thanksgiving, and, you know, we all talk about things that we are thankful for. I was just wondering what things you are most thankful for this year. Next week's show, we're going to be talking more about things that we're thankful for, but I just meant in general this week. And we could, if you're back on next week, we'll definitely expand on it.
Well, Yeah, without any forethought, I will just say, of course, family and friends, and amongst them, of course, Comic Frontline and our group right here. Um, I'm thankful that I've been able to continue with Argo Comics, um, because, of course, that's a passion of mine, to be able to continue with that. So I enjoy doing that greatly. Uh, let's see, I'm thankful for the bounty of superhero television and movie property that we've been getting because, hey, I mean, this is somewhat of a golden age for, superheroes in the visual mediums here. So we've got to be thankful for that. But, I mean, of course, everything in general as far as good things happening in the world, sorrow towards the bad things happening in the world. But like I said, thankful. Well, I'll say, you know, again, uh, everyone, all the warm wishes that we've been getting actually in doing this new live show. So I'm thankful for the, people who have been tuning in and making their comments on below.
Absolutely. Uh, so you're good? Yeah, I'm gonna switch to me then. Dan,
What was that?
I'm sorry, you might be freezing, or I'm probably freezing. Did you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, as always, it's friends and family and friends who have become family. Everybody I know on Comic Frontline. I mean, I don't want to give away stuff that I said on Kat's documentary, which Kat is doing some work. I don't want to give what away, but there was something, and I want to save that for when that happens. But I feel like everybody on Comic Frontline is definitely like family to me. I love each and every one of them, and I'm thankful for each and every one of them. Dan is one of those people, so I'm very happy that I'm very happy that I met Dan 2 years ago at New York Comic Con. I'm very happy for and thankful. I shouldn't say just happy. I'm very happy and thankful for how far we've come with Comic Frontline. I'm very happy for and thank my friends and family, family in general, family. And what did you pause for?
I'm at the last stage.
Oh, okay, Mike's the last stage of pause. I'm just very thankful and blessed for all the things that I'm able to do online. And you guys, as always, all of you guys who are watching, whether you comment or you don't, those of you guys out there that are commenting this live show, that are having fun with us, thankful for all of you guys. And as always, like I said, guys, please feel free to go out and share this with your friends, share it with your families, and share it with everybody you can. Let's help grow Epic Rewind to something huge on YouTube and in the live show community, because we're working really hard and we really want the show to be top notch as always. And now I'm gonna go back to Michael.
I'm just gonna say one thing before.
Okay, you want to talk about?
Okay, I'll face me for a second. Yeah. So just taking away from TV. I'm thankful for all the family and friends that I have, the ones that I can trust always. I am thankful for having the best girlfriend in the whole world, even though she'll be watching this in the future or sometime. And I'm just very thankful for my YouTube channel, DudeRock18, and having this new channel, Frontline Gaming Zone. Just bring you guys all the entertainment really means a lot to me, and I like giving that entertainment to all of you. So, I'm going to New York Comic Con every year and reading comics. Just, the most important thing is just you guys out there. I mean, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this right now, and we wouldn't be having a great and blessed, spectacular time like I am and that I have all night. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, let me bring you now to the last and final stage where I'm going to be going one-on-one against Master Hand and Crazy Hand. So, let's go. Now, I hope it does what it does on the 3DS, and you'll see. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, God. Whoa!
Bouncy balls!
Nope. I know your tricks. You're not going to get me. Well, I hope not. Oh, jeez. Now watch this. Is it work? Yup.
Oh, now Master Hand, the crazy hand's gonna involve in other things.
Or when it gets more intense, it's other things. Yup. Watch this. This is where the craziness starts.
You don't see the HP anymore, so you don't know.
No, they never did. They didn't do that on the 3DS either, so you never know.
Mike's fighting a bunch of black swords now.
Ow, 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 ow. Whoa!
It's changing. Is it changing?
Okay. No, not yet. I'll tell you when. Should be changing soon, at least. And you can only do this on 5.
There you go.
Capacity. If you're below that, you won't get this. So now I'm gonna face the shadow version of me. Damn it! Come on. Oh.
The epic fight between Mike and his shadow version.
Actually knows my moves. Uh-oh. Come on. Boom! With my special move.
And it's over!
Not yet. Gotta get this thing out.
Oh.
And this is the Master Core, I believe, and I'm surprised that doesn't have the damage I could get on the 3DS. Alright, let me see if I can end it like this. Nope, one more time. Out you go. And that's how you do it. Just like that. There's the final results. And at the end, you get your very own trophy, which is just like the amiibo stands. Let's see. Let's do a size comparison. Yeah. Just like it. Sweet. And the credits are even more interesting in this one. Like, it was just going strolling up and down. Now it goes left, right, all around, and there's this picture you reveal. Also, you get items that you can use to get more of these. So, I just want to show you guys what it looks like. Like this one right here. Watch this. Throw this down. That is nice. You get this special picture in the background too. I don't know if I said that. Did I?
Yes.
I did. I'm getting old. I don't remember everything. Yeah, it's been a long night too. So this game is just amazing. Got like 5 out of 5. Satisfactory, just amazing. It's just.
If you get the whole picture, does it unlock the picture?
No. Well, in the 3DS it doesn't, but I think if you don't collect them all, I think it shows you what it looks like in the end, which is nice. Like the 3DS saying, nah, I gotta get it, but here like saying, you know what, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So while you're doing that, while the beetle stares, I'm gonna go back to me. I'm gonna close out the show. Dan, you're still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to make sure that the beetle didn't take over for you. No, we got Spider-Man and the beetle going at it. I gotta see this before we close the show out. I see Spidey. Is that the movie Spider-Man, by the way, Dan, or is that the regular one?
I believe it's a regular one.
Okay. So Dan, are there any closing remarks you'd like to share before we close out the show?
Yeah, no. I guess, let's see. I mentioned WinterCon that I'll be at. I mentioned the new Argo Comics YouTube channel. And, you know, as you reviewed, we had new Argo 5 and Sorority of Power issues this month. And I'm working hard to get the next issues ready to go.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, we really hope you enjoyed the Smash-tastic first episode of the Epic Rewind Live. Launch day of Super Smash Brothers. Oh, yeah. Launch day of Super Smash Brothers. We had a great time playing Super Smash Brothers for 2 hours. Mike played Super Smash Brothers for 2 hours. Cindy played Minecraft for 2 hours.
Both versions.
And me and Dan both talk comic books and a bunch of other things. Look forward to two things I really want to throw out there really quickly. Cindy actually is going to be doing a video for Comic Frontline first time in a long time. She's going to be doing an unboxing of Little Big Planet, the plush edition, which she got today. She's going to show you guys what's on the inside of this box. And Michael and I have this wonderful thing called Loot
Best
Crate.
product ever. Subscribe to them on lootcrate.com today.
We are going to be doing a video.
Yes.
Cindy and we will be both doing videos for both of these things. I hit myself in the nose, good for me. We'll be doing videos for both of those tonight. One Up Box should be here tomorrow, hopefully, so look forward to One Up Box. Look forward to more Amiibo stuff to be going on as we move forward on Frontline Gaming Zone. Look forward to Super Smash Brothers on Frontline Gaming Zone. Look forward to the final parts of the Smash Brothers Brawl, Ultimate Brawl in a week or two, probably 2 weeks. Look forward to major announcements on Brooklyn Boys 13. Guys, this is the show that we grow together. We love all of you guys, and we thank all of you guys for your comments, all 9 of you guys that have shown up. I don't know if it's just 9. For everybody who has shown up for the show live, for those of you who are watching the show off live, this show is for you guys, so please help the show grow. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with everybody you know, and let's make this one of the top live shows out there. I don't know why my computer's freezy. Michael's computer is better than mine. I don't understand how that's happening. I think it could be because of my
That could be
USB
port.
No, not the USB port. I think that I noticed that your fan is working.
Yeah, but it really doesn't run that well. Trust me.
I don't know. But either way, I'll check out my laptop. At some point, I'm going to be getting an upgrade on my laptops anyway, on our laptops anyway. So let's hope for something good in the future. But until then, guys, thank you all so much for being with us tonight. We had a great time with Smash. We had a great time talking comic books. Dan, we had a great time having you on. Hopefully, we'll have you back on soon again.
Yes.
If it permits. Like I said, Dan is going to be a recurring guest on the show because we love having Dan around. Dan?
Yep. I think you just froze up a little.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm here.
What part?
Right after you said that you like having me around, so I like
we didn't freeze up. I stopped talking to have you talk.
Yeah, no, I enjoy being around. It's been great.
Yeah, we love having you on, Dan. Unfortunately, I guess Brent was very busy. You know, guys, I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me, asking me when Brent's coming on. Brent is very, very busy. Brent has a very busy schedule, and he loves you guys just as much as we do. And he promises he'll be back as soon as humanly possible. He's just got, I mean, if you take our comic books and you make a humongous pile, that's about how much work Brent has, and any free time he has, usually he's resting because he has so much work. So hopefully next week Brent will be back with us. We'll see what happens, schedule and work permitting, of course. And again, thank you guys for being with us. You guys are the things we're most thankful for. I'm going to do a really quick check of the comments, make sure didn't miss anything, because I don't want to miss anything. Give it one more shot, one more rundown, just to be safe. And then we'll close out completely.
Yep.
And we go to uploads.
And please, if you have any gaming questions, too.
Oh yes, and feel free to leave any requests for Super Smash Brothers after we go off live.
Well, I thought we would.
No, I mean not requests in like verses. I mean anything you'd like to see.
Oh.
Let us know. All right, let's see if there's any new questions. Where did you get Countdown to Infinite Crisis #1? That's on my wall. That's not issue 1. That's Countdown to Infinite Crisis 80-page giant issue #1. I have a regular copy. That copy you're seeing, Nick, is signed by Alex Ross and Jim Lee. And that's it. That's the only question I see left that we didn't answer. Feel free to comment the video, and we will answer you guys off live in the comments below. Take care, everybody. Have a great night, and we will see you guys next week. Keep an eye on my Twitter. Twitter is the most important thing, guys. If I'm going to cancel the show, like I might next week because of Thanksgiving, I don't know yet. But as always, maybe I'll make it a shorter show. All of the news comes straight at you guys through my Twitter. That is twitter.com/darkavengerc86. If you'd like to see some extras, some extra pictures and stuff, like I took pictures of all the amiibos we got, as well as, hold on, I'm feeling weird because I don't see our video, and it could be because I double clicked. But anything that we get extra, please, do you see it on your end?
I see you.
Okay. Check out my Instagram, instagram.com/darkavengerc86 there as well. And yeah, so until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting as always, and we'll see you guys very soon on the Rewind.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Superman hat.